Okay, you're looking at gold futures, and if you take point A to point B, that same distance, and move it to point C and extend it to D, that's 100% or the equal distance of AB. So what you're looking at is a Fibonacci expansion target at 2634. That's where I think it's going. You have a 90-week cycle due at the end of July. It may get there by the end of July. Nothing's ever guaranteed in the markets, so, trade at your own risk. But, if you look at the Fibonacci expansion, that would be a nice upside target. Now, it may it may get there at the end of July and then fall back. And then I think at some future date, I think you'll get to 32.62. And if silver goes to $100 an ounce, that would work because the last time silver and gold got to extreme levels, the ratio of gold to silver was 32 to 1. So if we're looking at that, we say, hey, could the gold silver ratio go back to 32? I think it could. And that would fit if you assume that silver is going to get to $100 an ounce. So the idea here is to play the ratio, but also look at gold and silver and see how they play together. The other thing I want to note here, in politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. That's a direct quote from FDR. So if we look at Social Security, and people are all worried because by 2034 they think it'll go broke and they'll have to cut Social Security payments by 25%. Everyone's like screaming and yelling, and government doesn't seem to know what to do. Well, stop worrying. It's not going to happen. They're never going to cut Social Security. In fact, they're going to increase it. And everybody will be happy, right? Well, here's how they'll do it. They'll devalue the dollar. They'll pay you with monopoly money. You'll get more and more. Your checks will go up every year. Your checks, your entitlements are indexed to a government certified measure of inflation. That measure of inflation will underreport inflation, and then you'll get bumped up, but not as much as the true level of inflation. So at that point, you'll have the feeling that, hey, I'm getting more money for my Social Security is going up every year, but the cost of living is going up even faster. And then additionally, you will see your Social Security payments indexed to the level at which the government taxes. They will tax you more and more because you're bumped into a higher bracket. So you're going to lose both ways. They're going to underreport inflation, give you less in true money, and they're also going to tax you more. But everyone will be happy because that's the way politicians solve problems. They underreport inflation, and the Fed and most economists love to report inflation ex food and energy. Well, here's a question for you. If you look at a bull market in oil, a bull market in commodities, and you know it's a multi-year bull market, why would you ever report inflation ex food and energy? Why would you do that? Well, you do it for a reason. If you're working for the government, you want, it's a shell game. Which shell is the peanut under? You just focus them on the wrong shell, everyone's happy. Problem solved. That's how it works.